Hey everyone, it's Jessie checking in from Val'd'Isere this Tuesday morning. It's feeling calm but cold around the village right now, with that slightly hushed midweek atmosphere before things really get moving. Yesterday kept us guessing. It wasn't wall-to-wall sunshine, but it also never really delivered the gloomy weather that was forecast either. There were sunny spells drifting in and out through the day, mixed with some pretty biting gusts of wind, especially when you stepped into more exposed areas. As the afternoon went on, the cloud thinned more and more, and by lift closing time, there was a real sense that today might have something better lined up. Before we get into the forecast and what's happening around resort, we do need to talk about some very sad news. On Monday afternoon, a man in his 30s lost his life after being caught in an avalanche in the Lavancher couloir. A group of off-piste skiers triggered a slide, and one skier was buried under around 50 centimetres of snow. Despite a rapid response from the piste rescue teams and the high mountain gendarmerie, he could not be revived. Our thoughts are with the victim's family and friends. This is a stark reminder for everyone just how unstable and unpredictable the snowpack remains at the moment, even when conditions can look deceptively manageable. Last night brought something pretty special if you knew where to look. With a bit of luck and a very patient eye, there were sightings of the northern lights in the area. We even caught faint traces on some of the webcams in Val'd'Isere and over in Tignes. They weren't the dramatic neon curtains you see from Scandinavia, but there was a clear and unusual glow in the sky, and a definite difference compared to a normal night. If you happened to look up at just the right moment, it was one of those quiet, unexpected mountain moments that feels pretty magical. For today, around the village at 1850 metres, it's a mostly cloudy start, with the sun struggling to break through early on. As we move through the day, clouds thin out at times, especially later in the afternoon. Temperatures will climb to around 1 degree Celsius at their mildest. Winds are coming from the east and stay mostly light, around 7 to 12 kilometres per hour, but occasional gusts could reach up to around 35 kilometres per hour, so it may still feel sharper than the numbers suggest. Up on Bellevarde, conditions are noticeably colder than in town. Temperatures up top will reach around -3 degrees Celsius at best. After a cloudier start, skies clear nicely through the morning, leading to a bright and sunny afternoon with good visibility. Winds are slightly stronger overnight, but ease back during the day, generally remaining light to moderate, though still enough to keep things feeling crisp on exposed ridges. If you're looking for something lively this evening, the Shatta night is back at the B-Bar. Gold Up returns after time between Jamaica and Canada, bringing modern dancehall, international hits and high-energy tracks. Over at Hibou, it's DJs back-to-back from 10 o'clock, with Dids and Piero on the decks, keeping the late-night energy rolling well into the night. Expect a packed dance floor, big familiar tracks mixed with crowd pleasers, and that classic Hibou atmosphere where things tend to start lively and only build from there. And at the Black Sheep tonight, live music kicks off at 10 o'clock with Luke Robinson. Expect high energy, feel-good tunes, plenty of sing-alongs, and a packed bar from start to finish. Now for the avalanche outlook, and this is a translated summary of the official bulletin d'estimation du risque d'avalanche issued by Météo France for the Vanoise Massif. This applies strictly outside marked and open pistes, and you must always check the full official bulletin using the link in the description before heading out. The avalanche risk today is marked level 3 out of 5, particularly on steep slopes in colder, shaded aspects. North, east and west-facing slopes are the most concerning, especially at altitude. In sunnier south-facing slopes, the snowpack has generally stabilised better, but this does not remove all risk. The main problem right now is wind slab resting on persistent weak layers. These weak layers are not improving much, and in some areas they remain very reactive. Human-triggered avalanches are possible, sometimes from a distance, and with wide propagation. Avalanches reaching medium to large size are still a real possibility. Closer to ridges, summits and wind-affected gullies, the wind has heavily reworked the snow, forming thicker and harder slabs. These can be harder to trigger, but when they do go, they can break very deep, with fractures of up to 2 meters observed in recent days. Warning signs are limited. You may not see obvious cracks or surface clues, and previous ski tracks are absolutely not a sign of stability. A loud whoomph is sometimes the only warning, and often the last one. On the positive side, thick, refrozen crusts on sunny or heavily wind-scoured slopes can indicate better local stability. Spontaneous avalanches remain rare, but are still possible at altitude, where cold, wind-loaded snow continues to accumulate. Below around 2,000 metres, especially under phone influence, isolated glide avalanches are possible on smooth, grassy slopes. In short, conditions remain complex and dangerous off-piste. Careful terrain choice, conservative decision-making and full safety equipment are essential. If in doubt, stay on marked pistes or ski with a professional guide. If you're planning to explore the mountains this season, remember, off-piste skiing is dangerous. Always take a qualified guide and never go off-piste without a transceiver, shovel and probe. And most importantly, know how to use them and practice regularly. That's it for today. Have a great day out there, take it steady and stay safe. And if you hear about any events or spots that are worth sharing with the community, drop them in the comments. I'll see you again tomorrow. If you're finding these daily updates useful, a quick like and a subscribe to the Val d'Isère online YouTube channel really helps support the channel and reach more people who love the resort.
For further information, piste reports and events sponsored by Val d'Isère Tourism, please go to radiovaldisere.com, the local radio station with the most up-to-date information. Forecast information provided by medioblue.com, infoclimat.fr and meteofrance.fr. Conditions in the Alps can change quickly, so always check before heading out. Webcam pictures courtesy of the official Val d'Isère website valdisere.com.